Hi everyone, I wanted to make this video about putting a new battery in Baofeng BF T 20. The original battery which came with this one, it was swollen and puffed, so it was no longer usable. The charging was not being held even for like a couple of hours, so I wanted to put a new battery. However, the new battery, I couldn't buy it from my stores here available in my country, and the one which I could order was available on AliExpress or eBay, and for some reason they couldn't be shipped to India, or shipment was too expensive. So I thought I'll make my own battery. So I made one. I bought this battery like for $5. This is a 2000 mAh battery. It lasts for like 24 hours of standby. The problem was this JST connector. Even though from the original battery I removed the JST connector, but the wire was so fragile, the connector broke and I could not fix it anyway. So I had to buy JST connector. Now the original connector which came with this battery, it was of this size, this big size, which is like 2.5 mm, and I needed a JST of this size, which is like 1.25 mm 2-pin. This was not available on Amazon. I ordered on Amazon, they showed that this is available, but after I ordered, I received a this size JST connector. Then I had to return it. Fortunately, I consulted with a local seller and they said they can make a JST connector of this size, which is 1.25 mm, and it was way cheaper. So on Amazon it was being sold like 25 connectors for $7, and from the local dealer I ordered, which they sold in bulk, and they sent me 100 connectors for $7, even though I don't have the use of all the 100 connectors, but I had no other way but to buy in bulk. And since the price was almost same for like 25 connector versus like 100 connector, I thought it's still cheaper. So I made this one battery, I connected the wires, and then I also bought from Amazon, this is the shrinking cable, heat shrinking cable. I bought this like 2 meters for like almost like $1. This 2 meters of heat shrinking sheath, and I'll show you how to make the battery. So I bought this another battery from Amazon, which is for like, again, it's 1000 mAh. I thought like this will fit inside the radio, but the way it has been constructed, it is unable to fit inside again. So I have to like, rubber band it to the the radio itself. So I'll show you how to make this, the connection over here. So what I will do, I will cut the wire from like here. I don't want to like cut a longer wire because let's say if you have to remove the connector again and you have to reuse the battery for something else, so that you should have still like long wire to cut and then connect. So I'll cut the wire from here. So now this is the original connector, which is of a huge size. This is not needed, and then I will rip the wire off. Just do it very carefully and slowly. Often happens that instead of ripping the wire sheath, I don't have the exact tools for it. I'm just using a common scissor, and so this is the wire. I think it is not copper wire, it's I guess it's aluminium maybe. Problem with Baofeng batteries are that the older model had this JST connector. However, the newer model, it uses a kind of battery like BL5C, and I had bought another Baofeng BF T10, I guess, and it used a BL5C battery. I'll show you what a BL5C battery looks like. This is my access data radio. Now this is a BL5C battery. Now you will see closely that there are some, cut out pockets which fits inside the compartment. The problem with the Baofeng radio was that the terminal was located on this side instead of being on this side, and the cutout fit in such a way that the original BL5C would not fit in because of the terminal is reversed and the cutout is on the one side only, the other side is rounded. So I don't know what kind of BL5C will fit over there, because this one did not fit, even though the size is same, everything is same, but simply because the terminal is on the other side, that didn't work on the other Baofeng radio. Anyway, I gifted that radio set to a friend, and so I just wanted to continue using, because I use this radio as just for the scanner of like local channels, like communications. So this is the battery, and I've ripped off one wire. I'll just rip it off the other one. So this is the other wire. I'll just make it like this, and then I'll cut off this heat shrink sheath. So you don't need a lot. I'll just cut it this much, and then again this much, and then you put it over here. Now the funny thing about this Baofeng BF T20 is that the polarity of this radio is reversed. So you have to make sure that when you are wiring it with the battery, you will have to treat it like a reversed polarity. So this is the connector, and ideally the black one is the negative and red one is the positive, but since the polarity of the radio itself is reversed, you will have to connect it in the opposite way. So I will connect the red one with the black one and black one with the red one. So now I'll take off the sheath of this one. I'll just make a very small one just to have the wire shouldn't be like too long or something, because battery wire is already very much long. So since I have like too many these JST connectors, so I don't mind taking too many trials with taking off the sheath, because the wire is very fragile. Often it happens that the wire breaks very easily while you're taking out the sheath if you don't have the right tools, which I don't. And this is how this connector looks like now. It's small. Okay, and then you connect the red one with the black one. And the black one with the red one, because the polarity is reversed. So this is done. I'll just push it that way. Make sure that this is well connected. See, it's coming off. The wire was not well wound. Just re-wound it. Heat shrinking sheath is upon both these wires. Now all you have to do is shrink it with heat, which you can do it from a matchstick or a lighter. I'm using a lighter. So just to show you the angle, see, this sheet is like too big for the wire size, so it is not ideally shrinking like perfectly, but it does work anyway. So it has kind of like held the wire together tight now, and yeah, the battery is like ready to connect with the radio. So here's the radio. The moment I'll put the battery, it will turn on. So it has turned on. So they claim like this is a 1000 mAh battery. Well, I guess it is a 1000 mAh battery. This is how you can make your own battery for a Baofeng BF T one if you're unable to buy it. Now you'll have to figure out like which one is a cheaper option. For me, buying was not a cheaper option because you have to import it and it was expensive, so I bought the usual batteries which were cheaply available locally, and then the only problem was finding this JST connector. Maybe you can find it like from the shop nearby, and it's 1.25 mm pitch. Pitch is the separation between these 2 points. So this one is a 2.5 mm pitch, this is a 1.25 mm pitch, and your Baofeng BF T one is ready. Now unfortunately the battery which I bought is going bigger than the size, so I cannot put the back cover here. I'll simply use a rubber band like I used in this one, or simply let it be like this battery because it's a 2000 mAh battery. It gives a longer backup. You can use a rubber band, but yeah. The newer models, they don't have this JST connector. They have a 5C kind of battery setup, so I think that's a better one or easier one, unless they are making a BL5C with a reverse polarity again, which will be problematic to find in the market again. So I think at last, like, I found the JST connector, so it's not a problem for me. And here it is done. So you can charge the battery from the port given over here with your micro USB type B, and yeah, you can find that in the market too. The cable comes with it and the charger comes with it as well. I'm pretty sure if you have this radio, you must have the cable and the charger available. This is a very good radio. I like it because you can program it very easily on UHF. I have programmed it for 446 megahertz like PMR. You can even program it for VHF, which is like, you can see here I have programmed 2 channels on VHF, but you cannot transmit on VHF. The antenna is not suitable for VHF transmission, nor is the circuit board. But if there is a VHF transmission, you can definitely receive VHF transmission on this one. Thank you very much for watching the video.